Every company right now is using data and algorithms to make all of their business decisions, even though they've been proving that it doesn't always work. So every company's been doing this. It's become a major thing in a lot of tech companies where they will not make any decisions based on their own thoughts. They'll do it based off of data and they'll do it based off of algorithms. But a lot of these algorithms are constantly proven wrong. Look at Baby Reindeer from Netflix. Baby Reindeer has entered in the top 10 shows of all time on Netflix. No data or algorithm could have predicted that Baby Reindeer was going to be a massive show. It was not based on any IP. It had no big actor in it. It had no big writer attached, no big director attached, and yet it became such a big show. Nothing could have predicted that this show would have been as big as they did. I mean, Netflix didn't even market it that well. I didn't even hear about the show until I saw a bunch of people talking about it on Twitter. It was all through word of mouth buzz that this show took off. I don't even remember seeing a trailer for it. And yet they still rely on this data and algorithms to make all of their decisions. And this isn't just a fluke, it's happened several times before. Take The Night Agent. The Night Agent is the sixth biggest Netflix show of all time, and it's the same thing. There's no big actors, there's no big directors, there's no big writers. It's not based on any big IP, and yet it's become one of the biggest shows that they have. Time and time again, they're proven that it doesn't always work, and yet they still follow it to a T. Why? I think it's because most executives do not want to lose their job, and whatever decision they want to make it with so much data to back it up, so when it fails, they'll be like, well, the data said it was going to work. So it's not my fault, it's the data's fault. We got bad data. And I feel like all these big companies are too reliant on the data that they won't learn from their mistakes and they won't even learn from their wins either. It reminds me of these companies that get way too big to fail and they think they're too big to fail until they do. I mean, look at Sega in the past. Sega completely destroyed Nintendo in the 90s and they made mistake after mistake after mistake, not learning anything. Look at Blockbuster, same situation. So I hope that going forward, these big streamers, these big tech companies actually start learning from not only their mistakes, but also from their wins. I want them to start going with their gut rather than just doing stuff based off of an algorithm, because algorithms only work on what has been done before. They don't really give the opportunity for anything new to happen. I mean, look at Stranger Things. Stranger Things was not supposed to be that big of a show. I guarantee you that no one thought a show that was in the 80s was going to be as big as it was. And that created a lot of nostalgia for the 80s, and a lot of shows then replicated that success. But it wouldn't have happened if someone hadn't taken a risk and gone against what they were being told to do and went with their gut to make something new. That's what I hope. I don't have much faith these days that they actually will learn from their mistakes or they'll learn from their wins and they'll just keep relying on this data even though it's been proven wrong. But we can hope, and that's all that we really can do. That's all I gotta say for today. Thanks.